Hello everyone, my name is Ajay Vij. I'm the industry head for financial services and public sector for Infosys. Today we're discussing the future of learning and I'm very fortunate to have Chris Hughes, Chief Information Officer for Open University, a pioneer in remote learning, join me today. OU was established some 50 years ago. So Chris, maybe first of all, warm welcome to you and maybe you can give us a sense of what OU is and the history of OU and what are you catering in the market?
Thanks, Ajay, and hi. Yes, good morning. Chris Hughes, as Ajay says, CIO at the Open University. So yeah, the OU has been around now for 50 years, very much pioneering distance learning. Over the last 50 years, we've seen an evolution from very much paper-based through CD, DVD, into the internet space to today's world where bite-sized learning, immediate access, immersive education are very much the products that our students are after. We have no entry requirements. 25% of our students are disabled or reported disability. And so we really are an inclusive organisation.
You know, future of learning is something which is fascinating for a lot of us, and there's a huge amount of research and study being also done. But you know, we as Infosys have been doing a lot of work in this area because continuous learning and reskilling are a very big part of our culture and organization strategy. I mean, tech is continuously evolving, and we need to be current at all times. Even before the pandemic, we saw learning was becoming adaptive. I mean, a shift from classroom-based rigid curriculums to anytime, anywhere learning, and what we call monolith courses to bite-sized learning, as you also mentioned, with sort of micro credentials. And this trend will get accelerated at a much faster pace now. We will see just-in-time learning essentially from rigid structures to courses that are relevant for a specific job and tailored to the needs of a job and to one's interest as well.
Yes.
Were you thinking on these lines? Because you know you had big courses, and certainly distance learning in higher education will become the norm, and courses will have to be tailored. So while classes continue in different and formats, what is the sort of learning happening online now in the post sort of or COVID era now? Have you seen changes?
Yeah, so absolutely, Ajay, and that's a really good question. We are absolutely and we are very much progressing rapidly down that provision of micro credentials. In fact, we have a senior member of staff joining us to head up that particular area of the university next month. So that development of bite-sized, always on, readily available, subject-specific credentials is an area that we are refocusing on, bearing in mind that the university very much was based around the module provision of yes, subjects for leisure learners, for people wanting to develop their careers. We shifted then in line with sort of policy to a full degree based format. But underpinning our degrees, as I say, because it's very much in our DNA, has been this provision of modules. So that easy adaptation into micro credentials is a comparatively easy step for us. Right. Again, we've seen a proliferation on our Open Learn platform, our free bite-sized taster area. We've seen an absolute proliferation in people doing a 6-week course in a particular topic with a certificate at the end. Likewise, right, in Future Learn, where we've seen that same proliferation of bite-sized chunks. Interestingly, we've seen an increase in university students who are starting, for example, a degree in civil engineering in the September, who are coming in and doing a quick 6-week bite-sized civil engineering taster course to prepare them, but also to demonstrate to the university that they're keen to be doing this. And particularly in our Future Learn space, where our partner organisations are, you know, international universities, including the UK, prospective students can dip into Future Learn, do a 6-week course from Durham or from Bath or from wherever it happens to be, and then arrive at the university with a little bit of a taster of what's to come over the next number of years.
Tell us a bit about the UK government is also encouraging greater adoption of technology in learning. What sort of policy discussions are you having with the government on the directive to adopt and accelerate online education across levels, if I may say so?
So I think we're seeing a subtle shift, or certainly a shift towards a greater focus on work-based learning and apprenticeships. We are clearly the UK government has its eye on further education and how further and higher education work hopefully in harmony together. I think we are clearly seeing a steer from the UK government where they want all universities, whether it be the OU, whether it be Russell Group or any other university in the UK, to focus on those subject areas that will support the UK economy post-pandemic, post-Brexit, which is looming large now, and to really support and drive and encourage people to take on those skills that will drive the economy forwards.
Look, we can't talk about future of learning without talking about AI and machine learning. So, look, from an Infosys standpoint, we firmly believe that technology will amplify human potential. It's inevitable. We will see humans and machines, both, AI-based systems, and to start working tandem in problem finding and problem solving. In this new order, what we see, Chris, is a lot more focus on problem finding by humans, while machines assist in problem solving. And from a skills perspective, alongside deep programming skills to create new technologies, and that's where the STEM education will be very relevant. But also the application of technology to business solutions will be even more important. And a combination of skills in liberal arts, humanities, and design, along with STEM, is what we see as the future. And we've been working with and also investing as a firm significantly in this area with partnership with academia and industries. What are your thoughts on this, and how do you see education evolving in the age of machines and AI? And do you see a combination of the two working very well?
This is a classic area where we lean on our expert partners such as Infosys to help guide us through and influence and inspire us to bring on board great new ideas in this area. We're fortunate enough as well to have our own knowledge institute within the OU, who are very much working at the leading edge of AI, VR, and how it can be incorporated into the provision of pedagogy. Most recently, a great VR application that's been developed within the OU to help train nurses to take blood. So rather than the very traditional, I think orange was used ordinarily to help train nurses, and this whole application run in VR, undertaken by trained nurses and experts working within the OU, have and are continuing to develop a really hands-on feel VR experience to help, as I say, train thousands and thousands of nurses in the NHS. It's one of many examples where bringing the pedagogy to life, enriching it with a real, what feels like hands-on experience in that VR or indeed augmented reality. I mentioned our open STEM labs, where we have this ability to kind of take remote control of a laboratory that has both real and virtual apparatus and experiments. And we're looking at how we can apply that in some of the arts faculty to apply similar principle, where using augmented reality, VR, etc., we can really enrich the student experience.
I want to just shift slightly to a challenge, again, staying in the future piece, challenges in education for the future, and especially, undergrad education. So look, the existing order, what we see is set for change. You yourself have seen a huge amount of change in your industry. We believe that there will be a big shift from degrees to skills. I'll just mention the recent World Economic Forum report, which mentioned that roughly around 125 million future jobs will be created, and at the same time, 75 million existing jobs will be eliminated. I mean, this number has already gone up significantly since the pandemic. I mean, and we need radical reskilling, almost like a sort of chain of learning where skills evaluation, finding learning pathways, online training, and hand-holding and apprenticeships will be key. And I say the chain of learning because if you see around us, industries after industries have been decimated. I mean, US had 40 million jobs that they lost. UK has 9.5 million people on furlough, and these numbers, many of these jobs will be lost inevitably. And people will have to pivot to new industries that are sort of recession proof. And all skilling has to be done with an intent to transform people's careers. So OU always has stood by these objectives of creating careers, making it real from an apprenticeship or jobs perspective. And your alumni are testament to the fact that OU provides them with a platform to reimagine their lives and career possibilities. So what are students really telling you? Has the tone and tenor of the students' conversation changed? And that they want to really equip themselves for the future? How can OU contribute? And what sort of personalized learning endeavors are you embarking on for students? Any sort of view on that?
Over the last few months, we have seen significant access into our Open Learn platform. We've seen a interest in a wide variety of subjects, which again, perhaps one would expect with people being at home. Much of that is leisure learning, but we are definitely seeing an interest in those digital topics, those digital subjects, in the STEM subjects, where people are realizing that there will be a shift here, that if it's the retail industry that continues with that accelerated shift into the digital space, that those skills will be paramount. And again, it's that, as you say, that skills-based learning and that specific subject base, and back to that comment about equipping and skilling the UK workforce for the challenges that lie ahead. I think that remains at the heart of what the Open University is about. A good percentage of our students have difficulties with physical disability, with mental health, and we can often be a lifeline for people who maybe don't want to go to a campus to learn, or can't go to a campus to learn, but do want to be part of that new skill set, that new world that we're moving into, and they want to be equipped and ready, and the OU is able to offer that.
Wonderful. Look, thanks, Chris. It's been great talking to you, and thanks for the great insights. Fascinating conversation, and I personally thoroughly enjoyed it. And we are extremely proud to be associated with OU. I mean, our relationship started in, if I remember, 2015, and now we are one of your prime technology partners, where we work not just on internal systems, but also, more importantly, the student-facing learning environments. And we look forward to a strong and enduring partnership and elevating it to the next level now. But thanks again for your time. It's been really fascinating to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay. Really enjoyed it, and great to talk to you. Great to catch up.